Hello there, Bic Benedict here. We're playing God of War 3 Remastered on Chaos difficulty, and this is my Pain Plus guide and walkthrough. We're currently on installment the 12th. It is entitled Hermes. I decided not to call the video Hermes boss fight or chasing Hermes or something like that because I thought just his name and having it that succinct is just as good as anything else. And one of the other reasons is just because I don't really think that Hermes is a boss, but that's my opinion anyway. Now to get this shit bag to spawn, you have to interact with these books and paint the panels. So it's very strange that they make you do that. But we should have time enough in this video to talk about things other than Hermes. But once we get near the boss fight, we definitely have to talk about how to do that. I do have a no damage victory for you, but it was hard earned. Not really, because as fast as he is, he always has to get rest. So that is when you want to commence with your spirit whoring. And I think the only thing I did on that fight was just complete spirit whoring. But we're going to be chasing him throughout the land and all the buildings and avoiding every fight that we possibly can. And I wanted to ask this because I was thinking about this the other day. God of War 3, easiest game of all the God of War 3s? I'm sorry, easiest of all the God of Wars or most balanced of all the games? I don't really know how to answer that because there are some very difficult parts in this game that I remember striving to do indefatigably as a young lad 10 years ago. But I really have no answer to that, but I do have an answer to, is it balanced? I would say definitely. It's a very well-balanced game. Well-balanced to the point of it kind of being easy, so that probably is one of the easier God of War. So, and let's not talk about the iterations where you're moving around with your son and you can't jump and things like that, and you have to go feed him and make sure he pisses his shit out. Fucking little piece of shit kid. I got a comment, actually, it was just a couple days ago. It was so funny. Somebody is like, "You suck dick at this." And he was commenting on one of the God of War 2018 videos. And I think that was just a terrific comment on that guy's part, because if he only knew how little I cared about what he said, it would... hopefully it would break his heart, but I don't think anyone like that has a heart, excuse me. But I don't proclaim to be like the best person every time I'm doing these videos. You know, I do think that I suck at that game, and I do think that I'm much better at this game, but I made the choice to play these games, and then I also made a choice of playing the new game. And to be honest, it was a bad choice. It was a definite bad choice. But when I saw something for Ragnarok DLC coming out, and no way in hell I'm picking that up. No way. It's such an awful game. You know that if the aesthetics and the systems that were in play in the new God of War, if those were in this game, every time you went to Hephaestus, it would be a shop. Like, you would be the shopkeeper and things like that. And that's what I just hate about games these days. Games just like this just don't make these games anymore. So I'm over here holding the fire for everybody. Having fun though. I don't regret that at all. You know, if I have to be the flame keeper for the community, that's fine by me, or at least my own community. I do not like, okay, Hermes boss fight. Might as well call him a boss fight. Well, first of all, they put you in the very room that the boss fight occurs in, but to make you circumvent the whole space of the floor and come back round to fighting him. The fight takes place in this room, but you have to go over here every fucking time, turn back, and it's just ridiculous. And you have to listen to him say this every time. But the key to this fight, spirit whoring is definitely the ticket. There's no way around that. However, when you are landing your super plumes, you need to make sure that when you're coming down with the finisher, the T, you need to make goddamn sure that when you're coming down with that, he's not starting to already move, because if that happens, you're likely going to get hit. The game might show mercy on you and give you one of the rotating quick time events, which I didn't get over here, because I don't ever want to get too close to this boss, excuse me. And I did remember from last time that while the combat roll is good to give you good speed around the place, jumping too is good, even though it's not as fast of a startup, but it's definitely something that can keep you out of reach of his hands. Although even when you're in the air and moving in the air, he can still hit you. So again, what I said was, even if it takes you a few minutes to size this guy up, his position anyway, you want to make sure that first of all, you want to make sure that you hit him, but you don't just take a partial hit for a hit. As long as he starts moving afterwards, you've hit him at least some degree of damage. Getting full on damage with him is going to have him activate before you've already slammed down the T finish, and he's going to run into you and just slap you so fast that you can't even defend yourself. There's no parrying on this, unfortunately. So if you come down and miss, that means obviously he's not going to aggro, but don't worry about hassling or hurrying on this part or anything like that. Because if you are safe, then he's not going to cause you any problems that are going to destroy you and make you want to load the situation that you're in. And I do have to say that it is a very loathsome situation. And I'm not sure how when he jumps on you and gives you the quick time event, that I would imagine deals a pretty decent amount of damage too. But standing anywhere near him is just very silly. You don't want to do that. But the bow works wonderfully here, but of course we can't use that. So I just spirit whore as much as I possibly can, and I don't. As long as I hit him, a partial hit's fine for me. Is he done? There you go. I just don't like that boss fight. I don't like the character. I don't particularly like the voice actor. I don't like his the tomfoolery that he does and the everything else. I don't know. I don't know what god he is. Like all of his history and everything, mythological information. But it's done, and I'm glad it's done. And then we will take this guy's boots and get the hell on out of here. I will see you in the next video. Hopefully Hermes doesn't give you too much trouble. If you're not doing a restriction run, you can use the arrows. You can use the Rage of Sparta, works wonderfully. And I will see you in the next video. Like I mentioned, please take care.